Shutter Speed was a collaboration between Uproar Theater Corps, which is a Steinhardt theater club, and WNYU, which is NYU's student-led radio station, to create a wholly original work of theater.
I played the photographer in Shutter Speed.
I'm not a detective.
Who are you?
I'm just the photographer.
It's like everything's a little bit more intense in voice acting. Like you have to be really like, I'm here. And when you're acting, you get used, because so much of communication is nonverbal, you get used to people like understanding what you mean without you like explicitly using your voice for it. And then that's like, not really the case in voice acting. I think my biggest problem is I'm staying at home. I'm not in the dorms. And like when we finally recorded, like my dad was watching soccer in the other room and like you could hear it in some of the takes, so we'd have to go again.
After we had recorded, right, I'm talking to the audio designer and the audio designers, and they say, well, this is how it sounds right now. However, everyone has recorded their audio just a little bit differently, right? We don't have professional mics. They're all using their phones. Some people have different models of phones, different microphones. And so it was extra work on the back end, right? Dealing with those differences in spaces, in acoustics and everything. So it was easier in the rehearsal process, but then the final product was that much harder to put together.
I'm on Home Improvement, which is an NYU improv team. We did Zoom Prov for the like all NYU comedy show that they put on for the freshmen every year. Yes. It's just like so different. You have to like, because you take cues, you take like visual cues from people, like to kind of like end a scene in improv, you like run across like the stage, or like to kind of like, there's like tag outs where if you want people to like get out of a scene and but like not everyone, you like literally have to like tag people. We obviously couldn't do that. And so we had to like figure out like a new Zoom language. It was so weird. We would like cover the screen with our hands, but like people weren't like always looking at the screen too. It was like not working. It was very difficult. But we like pulled it together and we like did a set. It was fine. It's just like, it's like improv is already chaotic, and it is so dependent on like being in a room with people. It just like wasn't as fun. It wasn't as comfortable because like you do improv because you like making jokes like with other people, and to be like physically alone, it's definitely not the same. We had a performance like right before like March like 19th or whenever they like put school online that first time. So it was really sad. And we're still not back. And we never will be. I'm gonna graduate.
I think this has really been a make or break moment for a lot of student creators, right? Because I think a lot of people have really dived into this new isolated theater, right? And I think we're seeing new forms of theater come out of this, which is really, really exciting. And I think actors, directors, playwrights are getting really, really creative. But I also think that it's taken a lot out of people, right? Like working on Zoom is 2 times more exhausting than working in person. And you're not even putting in the same effort. I am looking to see where art goes after this pandemic. And I think that I think theater has realized that there are a lot more avenues open than we expected, right? I think the idea of streaming theater is something that needs to stay and should stay and hopefully will stay. And I also think that we're going to see a brand new style of theater hopefully open itself up.